Hey guys, Tomo's Tech again, back with a bang. Today we're going to be talking about set-top boxes and the seemingly outrageous war between retailers, tech companies, content creators and anyone else who wants you to display their wares on your TV. Before we can look at what on earth is going on, let's first take a look at a time before Netflix, Amazon Prime and Now TV. For my followers outside of the UK, Now TV is an additional no-ties on-demand service run by Sky plc. Whoops, sidetracked again. Let's fire up the DeLorean, hit 88 and head back to 2005, 2 years before Netflix started the ball rolling with its on-demand TV service. Televisions and choice of subscriptions in the UK were very simple. There was free-to-air content available via an aerial, along with a choice between Sky TV if you wanted movies, sports, and lots of other random entertainment and documentaries. There was another service known as NTL, which ultimately became Virgin Media. It was simple. You either gave Sky or NTL some money, or you just made do with the free channels. Following this, there was a huge explosion of online content delivery from the likes of the BBC iPlayer, 4 On Demand and others. Broadband speeds were now available at a speed that could support high-quality compressed video streams. It was quite literally an evolution and revolution in the way people could consume media. It was quite clear from this moment on that the connected generation would happily pay subscription fees in return of high-quality on-demand content. So what happened next? Netflix came along, Love Film came along and became Amazon Prime. Finally, Now TV came along and tried to bite away at the market share Netflix and Amazon Prime had captured. 3 excellent services that deliver high quality content in high definition over broadband. What else could we want? Well, I'll tell you what we want. We want to be able to watch them quickly and easily over all of our connected devices. Can we do that? I'll give you a clue. No. I'm going to take the most common devices and run through what you can and can't do with each of these content providers. For argument's sake, I'm going to include services where you can buy and keep movies and TV shows to make sure you're aware of which mainstream services your freshly purchased box can provide. Right, first up, let's look at this wonderful matrix I've created. This shows devices versus services, so you can quickly and easily see which service is compatible with each device. I'll run through the devices first. The Apple devices are very much supported, with the iPad, iPhone and Apple TV all supporting a whopping 6 of the 6 services we've tested. There are some caveats with Google Play Movies in that you can't make an in-app purchase through the app, but you can on the Google Play Movies website. Next up is a bit of a surprise. Windows devices are also compatible with all 6 of the tested services. I didn't expect this result at all, but hey, when the guys with more money than anyone else in the world want compatibility, I guess they just get it. Following this, we have Android tablets and phones. Apple's arbitrary system will not allow for Apple Store purchases to be played on Android. It's a shame, because they'd open up to a huge user base if they allowed this. To be honest though, it may well be Google who aren't playing ball, as they wouldn't want that to erode their income from Play Movies. Next, we have Chromecast. I absolutely love the Chromecast. It's an exceptional device. Amazon clearly don't share my love. Amazon apps will not stream to the Chromecast. It's kind of ironic, as the Amazon Fire OS uses Android source code. You can sideload the Play Store to an Amazon tablet to allow some functionality with Amazon devices, but you still can't stream Amazon Prime to the Chromecast. The Amazon Fire TV Stick or box, along with the Amazon tablet, pathetically come in with support for 2 content providers, Amazon's own and Netflix. This is a poor show. This is probably why their tablets are so cheap. They're purely a marketing tool for their products and services. You're probably wondering why I've put bad smell for the Kodi boxes. There's a really good reason for this. I hate piracy. These fully loaded boxes wind me up. This is a true story. I once asked on the local Facebook group for the most reliable cheap broadband provider. Some idiot replied with "get a Kodi box." Yeah, thanks for that. Kodi boxes claim to play stuff like Google Play Movies, but Google have a compatible device list that most of these do not appear in. Don't waste your money. The only thing these Kodi boxes are good for is setting up a cheap Samba server. I've put together a tutorial if you're interested. Last but not least, The Now TV box. Oh dear. Really poor support for anything really, other than their own services. Heavily subsidised for obvious reasons. If you have Now TV, just keep buying the boxes to get the discounted passes, then whip the content to your Chromecast. To be fair, you do get a lot of free-to-air stuff with the Now TV boxes, but you probably already have a phone or tablet that can send this stuff to a Chromecast. Okay, now we'll look at which services are the most comparable with the hardware. We have the mighty Netflix, absolute leader of the pack here. It will play on just about anything other than the aforementioned Now TV box. Great support, great content and great service all around. Next up, we have Amazon Prime. I get that they have beef with Google due to them having a competing ecosystem, but making people sideload an app onto Android devices is pretty ridiculous. There's people who literally will not purchase an Amazon device due to lack of support for some content and vice versa. These people tend to pick up an iPad due to the wide array of support for video on demand. Both of them need to stop this madness. They need to support each other's hardware and services, but I thought it ends up as segregated as the Apple PC war of the 1990s. The next few services I'll group together purely because of Amazon's complete stubbornness. The devices do not support Now TV, Ultraviolet or Google Play Movies. I totally get the Apple thing, as they've always been that awkward, but Amazon not supporting in particular Now TV or Ultraviolet is beyond stupidity. Nobody thinks, oh, I'm going to get Now TV instead of Amazon Prime. It's not like Sky are going to start delivering groceries anytime soon, is it? You can even buy Blu-rays on Amazon with a bundled Ultraviolet digital copy, yet you cannot play the digital copy on an Amazon device without a bit of tinkering. Okay, now I'm going to run through what the initial setup costs are for each bit of hardware. I'll start at the top. The Apple products are right at the top of the pricing scale, which is completely expected. Remember, they support the majority of service, but to be honest, an iPad, iPhone or Apple TV are far too expensive if all you want to do is watch movies and TV programs. Next up is a Windows device. You can pick up a dirt cheap Windows tablet for about 90 quid these days. Don't forget, you have some epic additional things you can do with these. Check out my video about Windows tablets to see what else you can do. Amazon tablets and equivalent Android tablets are similarly priced. Both are good, but I'd always advise someone to get a pure Android device rather than one tied down to the Amazon ecosystem. Yep, you can sideload the Google Play Store, but there's still a hefty amount of restrictions preventing you from tinkering too much. The Amazon tablets also will not talk to a Chromecast. Next up, the Amazon Fire TV stick. Don't be drawn in by the cheap price. Yes, you get a lot of hardware for the money, but be prepared to have a device that's really only any good if you're a Prime subscriber. I have Prime, but I mainly use it for the free next day delivery. I very rarely use my Fire TV stick, as my Chromecast is much more versatile. 30 quid and occasionally reduced to 20 is an absolute bargain for the Chromecast. You do admittedly need a phone or tablet to control it, but who doesn't have a smartphone these days? There's that bad smell again. If you're in the game of stealing content, then maybe this is for you. It's not for me. I'd rather pay for high quality content with seamless delivery. Last but not least, the Now TV box. Like I said earlier, if you have Now TV, just keep buying the boxes to get the discounted passes, then whip the content to your Chromecast. Computer Exchange will currently offer you a £2 voucher in exchange for a Now TV box. There's a bit of a market on eBay for them, but don't expect to sell them for much more than the postage costs. Okay, that's the hardware costs done. Now we'll check out the monthly costs. There's an odd split here, as Netflix offer a standard definition subscription along with HD options. Now TV also split off movies from entertainment, or as we commonly know them, TV programs. I've split the comparisons by SD, HD, TV only, movies, and finally, movies and TV. Okay, so TV only. Now TV is the most expensive with its entertainment pass, unless you require HD, at which point Netflix is the most expensive. You do however get movies as well at no extra cost with Netflix. If we look at movies only, Now TV comes in at a whopping $9.99 per month. Considering you get TV in addition with both Amazon and Netflix, this seems really expensive. but the movie content on Now TV is absolutely brilliant. They tend to get the movies well before any other service. If we then look at TV and movies combined, Now TV costs a phenomenal £16.98 per month. Being honest, the movies are great, but the entertainment content isn't brilliant. Netflix and Amazon's outstanding original material is way beyond anything Now TV delivers. So, what needs to change and what should I do? Firstly, Amazon needs to start playing ball. Amazon would sell much more hardware and subscriptions to Prime if they supported at least Now TV. I would never consider not subscribing to Amazon because I have Now TV. They're completely chalk and cheese, and most consumers don't even think that they're direct competitors. Google also needs to play ball with Amazon. Let them in the App Store properly for at least Prime Video. No one wants to sideload apps in this day and age, it's ridiculous. The Chromecast needs to support Amazon's video on demand services, and the same needs to happen with the Fire TV stick. They need to support the Google Play movies. So what should you do? Well, I personally subscribe to Netflix, Amazon Prime and Now TV movies. I get tons of content for not a great deal of money. I use my tablet for all the services. It's an Android tablet. I did have to sideload Amazon apps, which was a bit disappointing. I do use the Chromecast to watch pretty much everything when I want a big screen. Sadly, I fell out of love with my Fire TV stick, as I only used it to watch Amazon Prime Video. I now just choose big screen content from Now TV or Netflix. Well, I hope you enjoyed my analysis of the UK video on demand market. Feel free to comment below. I always try to personally respond to your comments. If you enjoyed the video, click like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again in the future.